Welcome to part 5? I think we're in part 5 of the Refuge Recovery book by Noah Levine. And here we go. We are on chapter 4, A Path to Recovery. Welcome to the rest of your life. You are entering a way of life that may be familiar to some and will be foreign to others. Get some light going on. I have no idea where my glasses are, so... But I know where my cat is. That's good. She says hi. Welcome to the rest of your life. You are entering a way of life that may be familiar to some and will be foreign to others. The Refuge Recovery program is a systematic approach to training our minds to see clearly and respond wisely to life. This is a path that will need to be walked, one foot in front of the other, one breath at a time. In the beginning, some of it may seem confusing or counterintuitive. And some of it. But you will find that with time, familiarity, and experience, it will all make perfect sense and will gradually become a more and more natural way of being. The fourth noble truth sets out the way, the eightfold path that leads to the end of suffering and is composed of 8 factors. The eightfold path can be further simplified into 3 sections. The first section is wisdom, which means a wise understanding, 1, of reality and wise intentions. 2, with our life's energy. The second section is ethics, which includes communication/community. 3, actions/renunciation. 4, and livelihood/service. 5. The third section is meditation. This consists of effort, 6, mindfulness, 7, and concentration, number 8. Each factor of this path is a practice. You will be taking on these 8 areas of practice. This is often taught with the analogy of an 8-spoke wheel. You could think of these 8 areas of practice as the spokes on your wheel of recovery. You could think, addiction causes a deep imbalance in the wheel of life. The suffering we experience could be seen as the wobbles and the thuds of the wheel, with missing spokes, or at least those not properly connected or out of balance. A full recovery will take place when all 8 spokes are strong and balanced, or true. This will take some time, but it begins as we commit to renunciation, take refuge, and begin the practice of meditation. Again, it is important to understand that these factors are not a linear progression of one thought of 1 through 8. For most, it will actually be the 6th, 7th, and 8th factors of effort, mindfulness, and concentration that will be the key to coming into an authentic wisdom and integration of the other factors. And I'm sorry my camera is crooked. I know it's crooked, but this is a tripod I have right now, so thank you for your patience. And if you're doing this, I'm sorry. As we apply our energy and effort, 6, to concentration, which is 8, the mind and being mindful, which is 7, being mindful is 7, we begin to see more and more clearly. Mindfulness, or 7, will lead us to direct understanding. Understanding, which is number 1, will lead us to wise intentions, which is number 2, and actions, which is number 4. Mindfulness will also help lead us to appropriate communication, which is number 3, and livelihood, which is number 5. Eventually, through wise actions and meditations of mindfulness, kindness, compassion, concentration, which is number 8, and forgiveness, we will come to directly know that our wheel of life is coming into more balance. With balance will come freedom from craving the substances or behaviors of our addiction. This eightfold path leads to safety, to a refuge from addiction. Number 1, understanding. We come to know that everything is ruled by cause and effect. The 4 truths are an ongoing practice. In this step, we gain insight into the impermanent, unsatisfactory, and impersonal nature of life. Forgiveness is possible and necessary. Number 2, intention. We renounce greed, hatred, and delusion. We train our minds to meet all pain with compassion and all pleasure with non-attachment appreciation. I'm going to say that again. We renounce greed, hatred, and delusion. We train our minds to meet all pain with compassion and all pleasure with non-attached compassion. Non-attached appreciation. Non-attached appreciation could save your life. I am learning through my experiences to have unattached appreciation. We cultivate generous, kind, and compassionate wishes for all living beings. We practice honesty and humility and live with integrity. Number 3, communication/community. We take refuge in the community as a place to practice wise communication and to support others to their paths. And if you don't have that community, reach out. We need a support system that understands us, accepts us as we are, and won't put us down. If you don't have that, reach out. I'll do my best to be that support for you. We take refuge in the community as a place to practice wise communication and to support others on their paths. We practice being honest. And if anyone ever tries to mess with that, with your honesty, that's a red flag, boo. Remember that. We practice being honest, wise, and careful with our communication. Expect that from others too, guys. Asking for help from the community, allowing others to guide us through the process. We practice openness, honesty, and humility about the difficulties and successes we experience. If anybody ever expects you to be perfect, just don't bother. 4, action/engagement. We purify our actions, letting go of the behaviors that cause harm. Did you hear that? We purify our actions, letting go of the behaviors that cause harm. And if you're all of a sudden causing harm to yourself, then something is wrong. Don't think that you causing harm to yourself is just something you don't have to look at. If you're causing harm to yourself, it's a huge red flag. Do something about it and do something quickly. We purify our actions, letting go of the behaviors that cause harm. The minimum commitment necessary for the path toward recovery and freedom is renunciation of violence, especially against yourself, of dishonesty, of sexual misconduct, and I know that's a hard one for some of us, and of intoxication. Compassion, non-attachment, appreciation, generosity, kindness, honesty, integrity, and service become our guiding principles. 5, livelihood/service. We try to be of service to others whenever possible, using our time, energy, and resources to help create positive change. We work towards securing a source of income/livelihood that causes no harm. 6, effort/energy. We commit to the daily disciplined practices of meditation, yoga, exercise, wise action, kindness, forgiveness, generosity, compassion, appreciation, and the moment-to-moment mindfulness of feelings, emotions, thoughts, come in, and beautiful sensations.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm just
we brought treasures.
I'm gonna finish this. It'll be like 5 more seconds.
Can I sit and watch and
listen?
Okay.
It's my videos for YouTube.
Awesome.
It's ironic.
I'm gonna be quiet.
This is my friend Ty and Val, who's hopefully coming in to say hello to.
I don't know where the phone's at.
It's right there.
Oh, there you are.
And by the way, we're reading Refuge Recovery, and you have a bottle of booze on your arm, so this is perfect.
Oh, Dexter.
Oh, Dexter.
Hi, beautiful Val. Come say hi to my peeps.
Didi, get out of my laboratory.
I gotta introduce you to Val.
Dexter, I love you.
We brought treasures.
Oh, boy. We brought treasures.
Does Jeannette drink?
Barely.
Hi, I'm the treasure.
Val is a treasure.
I am the
You're
treasure.
in a room full of Aquariuses,
I got
by the way.
keys. They're very jingly.
So I'm reading a
You
book.
like jingles? I like jingle jangles.
These are great people. I'm
them.
almost. You would love them. Sorry, my
Yeah,
tripod
I
is
do.
all jacked up.
My tripod's all jacked up.
It is.
Ooh, there were so many entendres on that. I like that.
Hey, everybody.
We're reading Refuge
Hello,
Recovery.
me. It's me again.
And we're right at the
read
end.
Read it.
So we're looking at the Eightfold Path in Buddhism.
Eightfold.
I love
Oh,
you.
yes.
Yes, you
I
know
know,
about
I
it.
reading
know
the
much
last
about
chapter.
this.
So it's a Refuge Recovery book in regards to everything from booze
Yes.
to codependency to overeating to, say, hitting yourself.
Yes.
So it's a multitude of things.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. You're wearing this.
Yes. We're almost done.
I love it.
So it'll be 4 minutes
so
if you want to
beautiful.
hear.
God.
So livelihood
I love
and
the button
service.
caps.
This is what the thing was, and I'll tell you in a
keep
bit.
going. You're good.
So we got understanding, we got intention, we got my friend Kim from the last spot. She let me borrow this book, Kimberly Rex, I Love You. And I'm reading it before we leave in 2 weeks so that I could get the book back to him. Anyway, so here we go, guys. Where were we? Aren't these people great? So effort and energy. We commit to the daily discipline practices of meditation, which I've been doing with these guys. Yoga, which she knows how to do, which you're going to be doing.
We're doing that later.
Exercise, which we did yesterday. We're working on the garden. Wise actions, kindness, forgiveness, generosity, compassion, appreciation, and the moment-to-moment mindfulness of feelings, which this girl was telling me all about yesterday when we were doing energy work. Emotions, thoughts, and sensations. Through effort and energy, we develop the skillful means of knowing how to apply the appropriate meditation or action to the given circumstance. 7, and this is just the 2 more paragraphs. Mindfulness and meditation. We develop wisdom through practicing former mindfulness meditation. This leads to seeing clearly and healing the root causes and conditions that lead to the suffering of addiction. We practice present time awareness in all aspects of our lives. We take refuge in the present. In the present. 8.
What are you holding on to right now? This is the present.
This is the present, my
This
friend.
is real time.
Right here, right now. Concentration and meditation is the last of the Eightfold Path. We develop the capacity to focus the mind on a single object, such as the breath or a phrase, training the mind through the practice of loving kindness, compassion, and forgiveness. To focus on the positive qualities we seek to uncover, we utilize concentration at times of temptation or craving in order to abstain from acting unwisely. And that's it for today. Later on today, she's really good at toning. Do you know when you tone, you can really process emotions? I love you guys. We'll continue with understanding later. Namaste.